getting recorded. All the information you collected from all of your births in your DNA is in your DNA. You can access some of them just to understand and not to waste the time doing the same actions again and again. So what are the Akashic readings? It is not predictions, it is reading from the cosmic archive. There is no such thing as past, present, and future. Beyond space, creation and destruction happen simultaneously. In the dimension of time starts the past, present, and future, but in Akashic records, there is no past, present, and future. That is why what you call as happening, yet to happen, are clearly already recorded. So what is an Akashic reading? In Swamiji's own words, nobody has a right to comment on these readings. Nobody has a right to manipulate these readings. Nobody has a right to comment these readings. They are complete unto themselves. For anybody to live in tune with the cosmos, the Jivan Mukti, living enlightenment, does not need any special practice other than listening to these great readings again and again. When you listen to these great readings, naturally, your negative logic is penetrated, broken, and these great truths settle in your inner space and they make you live enlightenment. And only an avatar can decode these Akashic readings. As an avatar, His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam has graced humanity with the blessings and darshan in the form of Devi Parashakti, revealing answers to questions to the yearning of seekers, as solutions, breakthroughs, and liberating humanity from pain and suffering. Any answer given by Devi Parashakti is not just an answer, but a karmic breakthrough for the receiver. So the Shastra Pramana for the Akashic records, Akashic readings, is given in the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, and the translation goes, Bhagavan Paramashiva says, looking at the spotless infinite etheric space, Akasha, beyond the sky and clouds, one should fix one's gaze from the third eye, without blinking, continuously, and make the body and inner space steady and motionless in the very moment. O Devi, one attains the nature and powers of the infinite space, Bhairava. So these are the direct words of Bhagavan Paramashiva himself. In the Mahabharata, this is the Apta Pramana, the experience of the rishis, munis, and other avatars. In the Mahabharata, in the Hindu Purana Mahabharata, the story goes of the great sage Maitreya, who reveals the secrets to Vidura, the story of his birth in human form and reasons of all his suffering. Sage Maitreya accessed the Akashic records and told Vidura that he was not an ordinary man, but was in fact an incarnation of Yamaraj, the Lord of Death. He was to play the part of a so-called Shudra for 100 years, being cursed by Manduku Muni. So what are the benefits of having your Akashic records read? The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism says that all the information you collected from all of your births in your DNA, you can access some of them just to understand and not to waste the time doing the same actions again and again. Accessing the DNA code, reading the Akashic records will be useful for you to be liberated from your default future, bringing an end to binding cognitions, known and unknown suffering, leading you to experience enlightenment. Only an avatar can alter the Akashic records. So Upalisans can view the Akashic records. However, only an avatar can alter, edit, upgrade, and change the Akashic records. During the Darshan and Dikshas, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism blesses and upgrades the Akashic records as per the prayer of the devotee. What can you ask in the Akashic records? The most accurate and unbiased answer to any question about your life, destiny, purpose, or any everyday part of your life. Be spiritually healed of physical and emotional problems with just a look or word. Understand the reasons behind your life's happenings and receive the blessings to fulfill your right desires. Get the clarity to redesign your future. So these are all the things you can attain and gain from the Akashic record. So now we will enter into the next segment after a short break and learn about who is Devi Parashakti and how Devi Parashakti is manifesting through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Thank you.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the BHAVASAMADHI darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But the Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
BHAVASAMADHI darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Now we will enter into the next segment where we will learn who is Devi Parashakti and who is the Divine Cosmic Mother. Parashakti Devi, the ultimate pure feminine consciousness, the Cosmic Mother. She is the source Shakti. It is her cosmic womb, Brahmanda Yoni, from which billions and billions of universes come and go out. Source where the Big Bang and black hole go on. Parashakti is the main deity of the sacred feminine and the divine consort of Bhagavan Paramashiva, who is the primordial divinity of Hinduism. First and foremost, relationship is mother. These are the words of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself on how to relate with mother and the cosmic mother. First and foremost, relationship is mother. Ability to learn, even idea to relate starts with mother. How to relate starts with mother. Understand your idea to relate, your ability to relate starts with mother. Mother is too important way to connect what you think as life. In Vedic tradition, our rishis were aware your ability to connect with the mother should be directed to the cosmos. It should inspire, it should awaken your higher consciousness. It should inspire your higher consciousness to express through you. It should awaken your higher consciousness. Connecting with life as mother is the most sweetest, most beautiful, most easiest form to ever connect. These are the words directly from His Divine Holiness. Yes. And today, out of his extreme compassion and love, the Supreme Pontiff is manifesting Devi Parashakti herself and gracing us, answering all our questions, attending to our prayers, giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, present, future, and delivering profound truths, spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself. So what is BHAVASAMADHI Darshan? What is Samadhi? Sama is one and Adi means source. So Samadhi means one with the source. Bhava means attitude and aspect. Bhava Samadhi means being one with the source through this aspect. Darshan. Darshan is the opportunity to come face to face with the cosmos. Darshan means to have a glimpse of. In Vedic tradition, it is used to describe the moment we behold a deity, an avatar, a saint, or an enlightened being, as just seeing such a being can cleanse the karmas of lifetime and create a deep, lasting transformation in the receiver. Darshan is the powerful superconscious vibration that is present around an avatar at all times. He simply radiates darshan, just as the sun continuously radiates light. The auspicious moment when the receiver is able to catch darshan becomes the moment of darshan for you, raising you to the next level of superconscious breakthrough, like hitting the reset button on being. The science of BHAVASAMADHI Darshan. Divine cosmic beings are real. This is the first truth you need to know. They manifest from Kailasa, the enlightened time-space zone, through deities and incarnations. Divine cosmic beings manifest through Achavatars, deities, in temples, through BHAVASAMADHI Darshans in Nijavatars, through incarnations, like the Supreme Pontiff, in person. BHAVASAMADHI Darshan is the science of Nijavatara manifesting Paramashiva, this consciousness. It is where formless, the being of Paramashiva expresses through the Divya Sharira, the light body, and manifests as Nijavatara, the physical form, embodied form for us to experience Paramashiva. Devi Parashakti expresses through the being of Rajarajeshwari and manifests as the Nijavatara, the physical form of Devi Meenakshi. This is one example of manifestation. The Achavatara deity reflects the consciousness and manifestation, the being of the superconscious energy. But human beings are not mature enough to receive the higher level experiences from the Achavatar directly. The avatar, physical embodied form, comes down to bridge the gap and create experience of the superconscious energy in all of us. BHAVASAMADHI Darshan awakens your Kundalini Shakti, which is the latent potential energy in every human being. This influx of superconscious energy visibly slows down the aging process and improves immunity to disease. During darshan, the whole brain becomes active and alive, turning into superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, and transform our lives. During Bhavasamadhi darshan, our neurons mirror that of the avatar. Neurons activate and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing. That is, the entire body can silently and without moving receive what is happening elsewhere through a process of direct observation, experiencing the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar. The Akashic readings, readings from the cosmic archives. Akashic readings is not prediction. It is the reading from the cosmic archives. Beyond space, creation and destruction happens simultaneously. In dimension of time starts the past, present, and future. Because Akashic records are stored in Akasha, the space dimension, there is no past, present, and future. That is why what you call as happening, yet to happen, are clearly already recorded. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Now we will enter into understanding who the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of Kailasa, a macrocosmic, ancient, enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva, as per Hinduism, recognized by his predecessors, who are enlightened masters and adepts. The Supreme Pontiff has made the science of power manifestation, yoga, and temple-based universities a lifestyle for humanity. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is ordained as the 233rd Guru Mahasannidhanam Pontiff of the Kanchi Kailasa Sadvijnapita, He is the incumbent emperor of Surivamshi Surangi Samrajyam and the present 293rd Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam Pontiff of Kailasonata Shamala Pita Sadvijnapita, present Mahamandaleshwar Supreme Spiritual Head of the Mahanirvani Akada, the largest apex monastic order. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 1008 Acharya Mahamandaleshwar, the head of all spiritual leaders of the Atalakada, ancient apex body of Hinduism, and is the present 23rd Guru Mahasannidhana of Dharma Mukti Swargapura Swarnapita, and is elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by all his contemporaries. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is revered as the teacher of Hinduism, most prolific, most viewed, read, and watched, authored 300 books and 10,000 articles in 3 languages, English, Tamil, and Sanskrit, and translated into 50 languages with over 1,000 titles. Over 20 million copies of books and articles have been sold, read, and downloaded, and over 10,000 hours of discourses have been uploaded onto YouTube. Over 1 billion people have been enriched and through the digital platforms. And he is respected as a commentator of all sacred scriptures as Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Shiva Sutras, Brahma Sutras, Yoga Sutras, Ashtavakra Gita, and Jain Sutras, and many, many more. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is honored as leader of Hinduism, the most awarded internationally recognized Hindu leader, and is the reviver of 108 ancient Hindu sampradayas, including the Rudrakanyas, Rudras, Rishis, Rishtikas, Bhairavas, Bhairavis, and Sanyas. And he has established the largest Hindu university, Kailasa's Nithyananda University, in the world with satellite campuses in over 150 countries. And he is the establisher of 1,000 plus Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems and founder and reviver of over 100 Sadhvijitas. He's a collector of the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million palm leaf scriptures, and over 20 million digital books. So what is the science of Diksha? The Sanskrit word Diksha is derived from the, to give, and Ksha, to destroy ignorance. It loosely translates as initiation. Diksha is the direct transfer of spiritual energy by an avatar through a look, a word, or touch, which destroys ignorance of the initiate or disciple. Initiation triggers the possibility to create new grooves and neurological pathways in the brain and can even alter gene expression. We can go on to the next slide, please.
A look.
So now we will enter into a short break and enter into the next segment in a few moments. Thank you, Nithyananda.
I need to go to the next one. Just one moment.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. Just don't die within next 3 years. be alive, somehow be alive. I'm working sincerely. I will reach you somehow. Somehow I will reach you. It's my commitment to humanity. Just don't die within the next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. You manifesting the space, state, powers, being Paramashivoham. It is possible, and it is possible for you. Paramashiva will reach you with enlightenment science. I know he is going to do the job. Just be alive for next 3 years. Nothing else.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Nithyanandam, welcome back, dear viewers. So far, all of us have seen about who is Devi Parashakti, what is Akashic reading, and what is the experience that one receives, benefits that one receives through Akashic reading. We all also saw an extraordinary demonstration of extraordinary powers each of you will be receiving today during the Devi Parashakti's Akashic reading. But now what we are going to be seeing is going to be something entertaining and something scientific. Devi Parashakti, during her revelations, basically it is where the cosmic mother, Devi Parashakti, comes down in the Nijavatara, an embodied form of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, attending to thousands and thousands of questions, attending to millions of beings, answering their individual questions, giving them spiritual guidances, giving them powerful healing, giving them profound experiences, initiating them into extraordinary Shaktis, and so much more. And during this Akashic reading, Devi Parashakti, Paramashakti, out of her extreme compassion for the humanity, also reveals to humanity of what is yet to unfold, the future that is yet to unfold. And she, out of her extreme compassion, wants the human beings so that we can save ourselves. We can know what lays ahead in the future. We can alter our present so the future can change too. In this segment today, we are going to be seeing about one such powerful revelation by Devi Parashakti, where Devi Parashakti has revealed a profound truth, and we are going to see how scientifically and statistically it has manifested as a reality exactly as Devi revealed. We are going to be seeing how the revelations from Parashakti herself, how it is manifesting into reality, and each of those that she has told was a strong warning along with the solution, how we can protect ourselves. We could proceed to the further slides, ma'am. Let us start with listening to what was the exact revelation. We'll start with listening to what was the exact revelation, and then we'll also be giving you all the rough translation or mapping of Devi's revelation into the words of English. I request the video to be played on the full screen.
வாழையடி வாழையென நம் பதமே வாழும் நல் தன்மையும் அறிவோம் யாம் சர்க்கரை வியாதியொடு இரத்த அழுத்தத்தையும் இப்பொழுதே நீக்கினோம். இந்த வினாடி உனக்குள் யாம் இறங்கி உயிர் நலமும் உடல் நலமும் ஞானமும் நன்மையும் தந்தோம். மகனே, அஞ்ச வேண்டியதில்லை, அஞ்ச வருவதொன்றுமில்லை. தருமார்த்த காமமோக்ஷமெனும் நான்கோடும் நன்மையும் சாமீபிய சாயுஜ்ய முக்தியும் தந்தோம். கைலாசத்து நற்பதவியும் உலகிருக்கும் நன்மையும் உத்தம சிவ யோகாமும் தன்மையொடு தந்தோம் மகனே. அஞ்ச வேண்டியது ஒன்றுமில்லை. நம்பிக்கையோடு வாழ்ந்திடு, நம்மவன் நீ, ஒரு குறையும் இல்லை. இந்த வினாடி உடல் வியாதிகள் எல்லாம் தீர்ந்தது. அளித்தேன் ஆரோக்கியம், ஆனந்தம் உடனடியாய் வந்தது. உண்மையான ஆரோக்கியமும் உடல் நலமும். ஓம். வாழ்வாய் வளத்தொடு பெரும் செல்வமும் உடல் நலமும் 16 தந்தோம். வளத்தொடு வாழ்வாய், வாழையடி வாழையென நலத்தொடு நாடெலாம் பெயர் நற்புகழ் ஓங்க. நித்யானந்தன் பதத்தில் நிரந்தரமாயானந்தத்தொடு சத்திய வாழ்வுண்டு சங்கடம் ஒன்றுமில்லை. ஓம் ஓம் ஓம். சங்கரனார் அருள் உண்டு. ஓம் 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 ஓம். லக்ஷ்மீ கனகரத்னம் ததாஸ்து. சிதம்பரானந்தா, இந்த வினாடி உடல் இருக்கும் வலியெல்லாம் அழிந்து வலிமை மலர்ந்திடும். முதுகொடு தோளும் நம் சக்தியால் உயர்ந்தெழுந்து நன்மை அடைந்திடும். அச்சம் வேண்டாம், ஆனந்தமுண்டு. ஓம். கரும்பூஞ்சை வியாதிக்கு வைத்தியம் கேட்கின்றாய், நன்றாய் தெரிந்து கொள். கரும்பூஞ்சை வியாதி நுரையீரல் மட்டுமல்லாது மூளையையும் நசுக்கி மனிதனை ஜடமாக்கி மரணத்திற்குள் தள்ளும் உயிரியல் ஆயுதம். மனிதர்கள் மீது நடத்தப்படும் உயிரியல் போர் இது. நவபாஷாணத்தின் மீது பொழியப்பட்ட நீரும் மஞ்சளும் பாலும் வேம்பு ரசமுமே இதற்கு மருந்து. அதை அருந்தி உடலிலே அதை ஊற்றி நீராடி இருந்தவர்க்கு காவல் அம்பிகையின் சக்தி. ஓம் ஓம் ஓம். சிருஷ்டி நஷ்டமாகாதிருக்க தேவ ரகசியங்களை தெளிவாய் உலகத்திற்கு சொல்லிவிட்டேன். இந்த ரகசியங்கள் எல்லாம் உலகத்திற்கு நாம் நித்யானந்தன் வடிவு கொண்டு சொல்லும் பொழுது எதிரிகள் பெருங்கோபத்தொடு நித்யானந்தன் திருவுருவை அழித்திடாமல் இருந்திடவே அவன் திருவுருவை கைலாயத்திற்கு கொண்டு வந்து பாதுகாப்பாக்கிக் கொண்டு பிறகு இந்த உண்மையெல்லாம் உலகத்திற்கு சொல்லுகின்றேன். அன்னை பராசக்தியும் கூட உண்மைகளை உலகிற்கு சொல்லும் முன் தற்காப்பு செய்து கொள்ள வேண்டிய அளவிற்கு மனிதர்களின் அரக்கத்தனமும் அட்டூழியமும் உலகத்தில் அரண்டு ஆடுகின்றது. ஓம் 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 ஓம்.
What Devi revealed
This happened on 19th May 2021.
Devi just revealed a powerful truth about the black fungus virus. When someone asked the remedy for black fungus, now we will be reading Devi's revelation mapped into the language of English. Devi told that she is answering. So when one of the viewers asked the question, Devi Parashakti revealed thus about the black fungus as the answer. You are asking remedy for black fungal disease. Know properly, black fungal disease, not only it will affect lungs, it will smash the brain also. It is the bio weapon that makes humans as a lifeless matter and push them to death. The demonishness and atrocities of humans is dancing in the world that even Mother Parashakti needs to do self-protection before telling the truths to the world. Now let us see about what exactly Devi revealed. She said it does not just affect your lungs, it eats your brain. She said it smashes your brain, it destroys your brain. Now, let us see about what the science has discovered about the black fungus.
So black fungus was denied and dismissed as rare. Then slowly, see, these are all the happenings after Parashakti's revelation. First it was denied and dismissed as rare. Then it was declared as an epidemic by several states. It was declared as a pandemic within a pandemic. Then it was found that it eats brain, it mutilates the bodies and face, eats bones, affects only COVID patients, extremely fatal, that 50% of people infected with it die. Understand? We all can see, here are some of the statistics. Black fungus already declared as an epidemic by several states. You all can see that this is happening at May 23rd, 2021. Understand? May 19th, 2021, Parashakti reveals that the black fungus is not something small or simple as we think, but it eats brain itself. It actually smashes your brain and is extremely dangerous. And at that time, May 19th, 2021, still the world was unaware of this. It was just disregarded and only was considered as something that was rare. 4 days passed. Lot of states in India woke up and started declaring that this is an epidemic.
Exactly as per Devi's revelation.
Just in 4 days. Next slide, please. India faces shortage of treatments in face of 2 epidemics. So COVID-19 increases black fungus infection risk in India. So this is what was the next thing that was found out. You all can see the dates put below. This was May 23rd, 2021. Next slide, please. 29th May 2021. Black fungus declared an epidemic. Next slide.
And cases climbed to 12,000 in India.
And then next, right after that, understand May 19th, Devi revealed. 10 days after Devi's revelation, it was declared to the world that black fungus is a pandemic within COVID-19 pandemic, which is exactly what Parashakti had told on May 19, 2021 itself. All of you can see how this is from May 29, 2021. It was already found that 12,000 cases are already there, and this is what was considered as something rare. People disregarded it. Later found out that some states started waking up, which is after some 4 days after Devi's revelation, exactly like how Devi revealed. They started declaring it as an epidemic, and then the world woke up and started declaring it as a pandemic within the pandemic. Further slides, please.
Now we can clearly see Devi's next point was she said it will smash the brain also. You all can clearly see one of the news articles quoting here, the flesh-eating black fungus killing off the patients who survived the COVID-19. And it says, black fungus has a near 50% mortality rate and is tragically killing many who were relieved to have beaten COVID-19. The infection can eat through skin, soft tissue, or even bone as it attacks the brain or other critical organs. Please listen, because everybody note this point. Just 10 days before this news was released, Devi, when the whole black fungus was still being dismissed, Devi Parashakti not just told how deadly it is, she clearly told it's a bio weapon, and she said it will smash the brain of people, make them brain dead, and kill their life.
And actually, Devi also tells that it literally, when Devi revealed about the Kirimi Bhojanam, Devi says that how the hell is out, the Kirimi Bhojanam hell is out, and those the pathogens, the viruses that have come out, and all these pathogens are going to eat away the humans. And that's exactly that's happening. You all can see exactly. Devi said it will smash the brain also. It will eat you. It will kill the humans. This is when, May 19th, when the world was still dismissing the existence of this black fungus, telling it is extremely rare. In 10 days, it was proved. The news is out. Flesh-eating black fungus killing off patients who survived COVID-19. Further slides, please. David said, human beings will die like rats and cats on the streets. It was established. Dead bodies floating in large quantity in Ganga. Authorities fudging numbers and underreporting. Dogs eating those dead bodies. Because dogs ate those dead bodies, they are dying. And poor human being eating those dogs and dead bodies because they don't have food and they are dying.
Now let us see the facts about this revelation. Next slide.
This is what was revealed by Devi Parashakti. Swamiji came even in the satsang, he said, I saw clearly dead bodies floating in large quantities in Ganga. All of us know the news. Just in 2-3 days after Devi revealed and after Swamiji came and declared, this was all over. Corpses in Ganga, Buxar locals more worried about water contamination than where bodies came from. All of us can see. You could go to the further slides, ma. The dead bodies floating all over the place. Dogs eating those dead bodies. This is also what Devi had revealed, and all of us can see.
And we all can see here, this is published by news articles, and we all can see the picture of how dead bodies found buried in the sand on the banks of Ganga in UP's Prayagraj. And here we can see clearly, the newspaper says that for the last 2-3 months, people have been burying their dead bodies here. Sand covering the bodies is blown away by strong winds, exposing the decomposing bodies. Predatory birds and dogs gather and feast on these remains. The government should make arrangements for proper burials. A local of that place has told the news media house, and you all can see here exactly as per Devi's revelation.
And every point by point, you see, Devi reveals telling that the dogs will come and eat those dead bodies, and humans who are hungry will eat those dogs. Like this, like a sequence. Devi first says dead bodies will float on Ganga. Exactly same thing happens. Devi says that authorities will underreport it. Exactly that. Third, Devi says that the dogs are going to come and eat those dead bodies. So what is happening is on the news. Fourth, Devi says about how even the humans start eating them and they start dying. Go to the first.
Next, the next point that Devi also told is human beings will die like rats and cats on the streets. Now, before we enter into this, I would just like to share something to the viewers. When Devi Parashakti reveals, these revelations come from extreme compassion and honesty. What all of us need to know, why we share this here, why we come and share with facts and science, is not for us to get terrorized, but for us to wake up that out of the supreme compassion, the cosmic mother is sitting and attending day in and day out and warning the humanity of what is the possible danger that lays ahead. The best thing that we can do when we see of what Devi is revealing is happening as reality is wake up to it and save your lives. Here we can see when Devi said human beings will die like rats and cats on the streets. We can see, shocking, and the news says several dead bodies found floating in Ganga in Bihar, Yamuna in UP as COVID-19 cases surge. As India is really under a massive second wave of COVID-19 pandemic, the number of deaths has also increased. Such is a situation that the crematoriums and burial grounds are packed to the capacity, and people do not know where actually so many news media houses clearly are reporting, and we can see the pictures also continuously where they clearly say how the crematoriums are filled. They put bodies on bodies and burn, still it is filled, and there is no place for burials, and people bury dead bodies. You can see dead bodies lying on the banks of the river, dead bodies lying on the roadside, dead bodies floating in water. Such is the havoc that's wrecking India right now. Next slide. What each of us need to note is how clearly, exactly as per revelations, it's happening, and how we can wake up to it and save ourselves.
Poor human beings eating those dogs' dead bodies, they don't have food and they are dying. This is what they will reveal, and here you see the 150 dead bodies which have been reported as COVID fatalities were dumped on the banks of the Ganges River. These COVID bodies will be washed down further and can be eaten by stray dogs, which will further spread coronavirus, the report added. Next slide, please. Us can see the same thing what they will reveal. Further, more and more news is coming.
And here it says the dead bodies washed up on the shores of Ganga was sighted for a second straight day today. This time, Ghazipur in Uttar Pradesh. The spot is around 55 kilometers upriver from Bihar's Buxar, where more than 100 dead bodies, more than 100 dead bodies were found yesterday, evoking shock and anger. The Bihar authorities had argued that the corpses had floated down to Uttar Pradesh as their state has no tradition of consigning bodies to water. Here, the poverty has struck people so much. Please understand, the pandemic is not just, like Swamiji revealed powerfully, the pandemic has not just affected the people who died alone. It has caused psychological damage, conscious damage in each and every person that's reading about it, listening to it, or directly or indirectly being affected by it. That's a very powerful truth that Swamiji revealed in satsang, in the previous live satsang, where Swamiji was saying, when the pandemic and the Bengal famine and the whole plague happened in Bengal and Bihar and all of those places, the whole of the country was able to recover fast. In 100 years or so, we got back in a pretty good pace. And Swamiji told, when people are giving a counter argument saying, when such a famine happened, such a thing happened, we were able to recover back. So this must also we should be able to recover back. Swamiji made a very powerful statement, a very, very powerful revelation. He said in those days, there was no media, there was no social media, there was no news, there was no quick spread of information. So the damage done, the deaths, the fear around it, the situations, the horrific, gory details only was known within the boundaries, within the periphery of the people that are seeing it. And Swamiji added,
said that the damage done on the consciousness.
Yes, and Swamiji was saying, so all that happened, all the physical, all the deaths, the way, the fear around it, everything that happened was limited within that borders of that place. And the information could not spread. Maximum the information that spread wasn't written, which would not convey the depth, which by itself would take time, first of all, and second of all, will not convey the same, will not have the same impact seeing it. But now, what is happening is not just the deaths on some part, but the whole world is consuming it as news articles, consuming it as videos, consuming it as memes on social media, literally stumbling upon it every single day. This damages the very consciousness of the beings that are affecting. Even the recovery was able to happen faster in those famines, because those plagues, because it was able to happen faster. The damage was limited to a place and it was not spread much, so the recovery rate was faster. But Swamiji revealed that this whole thing has caused conscious damage, which the recovery is going to take more time, because conscious recovery is not easily possible. This puts humanity back in play. It takes us backward. All the progression, all the transformation that happens, it just takes our consciousness back completely. The whole evolution cycle is just reversed back. It has that much of an impact on our very consciousness. The next slide, ma.
Again, they said that the authorities will downplay the number, and we can see how here's another news which says clearly reports downplaying number reporting 40. While there are hundreds of bodies which are there, the reports are underplaying it. And as we saw just some time before, we saw the news article had said clearly hundreds of dead bodies were washed. Here it's only downplaying it to 40. Next slide, please. We can see everything exactly. Wow. India is dying, media is lying. This is a very powerful statement that Parashakti told and Swamiji told. So we can just see this news. In Kanpur, which is UP's one of the most populated states, 400 corpses were buried near Chereshwar Ghat. As per Dainik Bhaskar's report, the police covered the bodies with soil. Amid the pandemic, Unnao has become one of the largest crematoriums on riverbanks, with as many as 900 bodies were found buried on the banks of River Ganga. Bodies were buried near Shuklaganj and Buxar Ghats. As per the Dainik Bhaskar's report, human organs were seen at the site. In some instances, dogs were seen nibbling and lurking around the bodies. And we just saw earlier, the same report had said 40 dead bodies.
Now the number is 400.
And then 900 in the next guard.
Exactly. They're clearly saying the
Wow.
the whole place of Unnao has turned into a crematorium. And this is a report by Dainik Bhaskar, which is one of the biggest media houses there. And we can clearly see the previous article on the same case reported just 40. Here, this article, Dainik Bhaskar, is reporting 400 dead bodies. You can see in the picture, and you all can see how India is dying and media is lying.
Next slide, please. India in denial of world's most deadliest disease. This, how big could India's true COVID toll be? Okay. The official counts, the reported cases is 26.9 million and the reported deaths are 307,231. A conservative scenario says 404.2 million. Oh my God. Oh my God. Even conservative scenario, just saying like on an average, the report, as without counting what just the media is reporting 26.9 million. Whereas a conservative scenario very clearly shows 404.2 million. We are talking in billions, and the difference is huge. The official death count says 307,000, whereas the estimated deaths, even downplaying the whole thing, a very conservative scenario is 600,000. A more likely scenario of what's happening right now, it is 539 million estimated infections and 1.6 million estimated
So
deaths.
this is a more likely scenario. What might unfold based on the happenings now? The future prediction officially on the records by the government is this. But what might happen actually based on the conservative scenario? What might happen based on what is happening right now, how it will unfold will be 700.7 million estimated infection, which is almost more than actually 3/4 of India's population, and the estimated deaths will be 4.2 million. We are talking numbers in millions. You all need to realize, you all need to wake up. India is dying and media is lying. Media is trying to downplay the whole thing.
Next slide, please.
We can clearly see here how over 2,000 bodies were found within just 1,140 kilometers on the banks of River Ganga in Uttar Pradesh.
That's more like every 1 kilometer 2 dead bodies. Oh my God. That's really, really horrifying. And just imagine the mental state of the people that are coming and seeing it. Like I actually watched a video where a priest who is going to have a bath in the River Ganga, and he says he goes down the cliff and freaks out seeing all of a sudden hundreds of dead bodies. Wherever he could see, it was only filled with dead bodies. And just imagine the psychological impact it has. Right after that, the entire village is under very serious panic attack. People are panicking. People are afraid. People are like literally like choking, not knowing what can be happening to them, not knowing how much it can impact their lives, or whether it's like whether they can even go and drink water, because so many, understand, especially in a country like India, many people depend on the river for water. Like so many people keep that as a source, and all of a sudden they see COVID dead bodies washing up to their shore, and they don't have access to that anymore. See the physical impact on them, see the psychological impact, conscious impact. This fear that is striking each of their inner space is something that is going to damage their conscious.
Actually, that is something to know. Deaths can't be undone. And deaths happen, illnesses happen, can be recovered. Physical damage can happen, to an extent can be reversible. But conscious damage is next to irreversible. It cannot be undone. It takes years and years and years of process, even by an avatar. And that is why Swamiji revealed in the satsang, when even a brain is infected by COVID, the very neurology of the brain changes, such that even an avatar's initiation, the manifestation of Shaktis, everything will take like a great effort. Even for an avatar, it will be so difficult to make the brain, which is damaged due to the COVID pandemic, to make that to be able to enable that to handle the powers or any breakthroughs.
Next slide, please. The New York Times says the actual figures are likely to be much higher, with more than half of Indian population infected by the virus. God, all of you can see how much, actually 136.64 crores of people have been infected by the virus. This is something like,
my God, out of 1.36 billion, we have 700 million infected. All of us need to know, all of us need to wake up. India is dying. India is dying. Nobody right now might be interested in saving your life, because like somebody said, half of them, there is a genuine group that's trying to protect, that's trying to do its best, but there's another group that's trying to use this situation to manipulate the society, manipulate humanity to gain for its vested interests. What we need to do now is to save our lives. The only way you can do it is to keep yourself protected in a place where nothing is expected, and the only agenda, the only interest is your life, the protection of your life, the care of your life. Everybody that is watching this, if you want to take a step to protect your life, if you want to save yourself, this is high time you head to Adi Kailash. Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, has opened the doors of Kailash with just one agenda, just one interest, the protection of your life. Take a few moments, sign up at kailasa.org/Kailasa Care. The link is being scrolled on the screen, as you all can see. I request each and every one of you to go ahead and kindly please sign up. If you want to save your life, take the step. The doors are open. Now it's time for you to step in.
so every screen telling that international media is telling that these numbers are extremely underplayed, whereas the actual numbers are much, much more. Each of you that are watching us live right now, and I'm sure by now all of us have realized what's the situation that's happening. Now the Delta variants, Delta Plus, it's extremely fatal. We have been seeing in the news that people are saying this is not controllable and it's extremely fatal. Now, only solution. We can see how everything Devi has revealed has become a reality. So now, what we can very clearly see is how solution Devi has given is the only solution, which is head to Adi Kailasa right away. Then whatever Devi has revealed, in just a matter of days, 4 days it took for the world to realize. When Devi said about the black fungus, the entire world was believing, underplaying it, thinking that the black fungus was something that was very rare. But in 4 days, it was declared as an epidemic, right after Devi's revelation. We saw each fact like this. At least now, let us wake up. Parashakti, Paramashakti, the cosmic mother herself has said, only solution is to go to Adi Kailasa and to save yourself. If anybody who wants to save yourself, or you want to tell your family who are back in India, just tell them to sign up at kailasa.org/Kailasa Camp. We request the link to be projected. kailasa.org/Kailasa Camp. You all can sign up at this link and save yourself. With this, we have come to the conclusion of this segment, and we'll be moving to the next segment after a short break.
All of you can stay tuned with us, and we're going to be back into the next segment. We'll be right back, entering into the next segment just after a short break.
For all those who are looking to sign up, you can sign up at kailasa.org/Kailasa Camp.
Yes, we request the volunteer to actually, the volunteer can now post the screen share. Could stop the screen share. Now, to all of the viewers that are watching us, just as we're getting back, as we are entering into our next segment, we request each and every one of you, if you have not signed up, or if your near and dear ones, your loved ones who are in India, that you want to take care of, that you want to protect, take a few minutes to reach out to them so that they can take a step towards saving their life.
Meanwhile, you all can be asking us any questions that you have in the comment section. We're also seeing Robert, Namke, Krishna Mudaliar, Dimitri Buanda, Krishna Rangarajan, and Kailasa Trinidad Tobago, Paul Newman, Sanjay Vicaria, Remedy Boy, Gio Krishnanlar, and Indian Associate of Educational Therapists. Welcome to all of you that are watching us live right now on the YouTube channel, Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel.
Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. Just don't die within next 3 years. Be alive, somehow be alive. I'm working sincerely. I will reach you somehow. Somehow I will reach you. It's my commitment to humanity. don't die within next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. You manifesting the space, state, powers, being Paramashivoham. It is possible, and it is possible for you. Paramashiva will reach you with enlightenment science. I know he is going to do the job. Just be alive for next 3 years. Nothing else. Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. Just don't die within next 3 years. Be alive, somehow be alive. I'm working sincerely. I will reach you somehow. Somehow I will reach you. It's my commitment to humanity. Just don't die within next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. You manifesting the space, state, powers, being Paramashivoham. It is possible, and it is possible for you. Paramashiva will reach you with enlightenment science. I know he is going to do the job. Just be alive for next 3 years. Nothing else.
Now we are going to be entering into a very special segment where we understand how to deepen our relationship, how to deepen our sincere sacred sentiments to the Devi Parashakti, the divine cosmic mother manifesting through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. So I request the volunteer to share these slides for pausing for the offerings for Devi Parashakti. We'll now be entering into the offerings of what all we can do, the different sevas that we can do for Devi Parashakti. Yes, thank you so much. So, yes. So, understand what are the best ways that we can express our gratitude to Devi Parashakti, and how we can offer our gratitude in the form of seva and rituals to Devi Parashakti. Yes, we can go on to the next slide. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. We'll go on to the next. So first, let's understand the significance of offering. Offering is a giving of divine gift of pure love, devotion, and oneness, and it consists of 2 parts. One is giving, and 2 is accepting. Only when divine accepts what one offers, the offering becomes complete. Offering is not made out of fear nor out of greed. When an avatar lands, the offerings are purely a part of the grand Leela played out for the only purpose of enlightenment. Yes, we can go on to the next slide. Next slide, please. Yes, the next slide. Now we'll just chant the Dhyana Shloka. Induni babedda karavane nayanam syat pankaja varabhaya japakshaya sarayuktam Angahimabhushana vichitravasanam syat Tunga mukta jwala manonmani swarupam. The next slide, please. The English translation goes, moon-like face, holding the Vedas, on hand, fire in eyes, with the lotus flower gracing and blessing the hands, one hand with the japamala, beautifully decorated with jeweled ornaments in the wonderful clothes and shining crown. Her name is Manonmani. The next slide, please. Yes, we'll chant the next Dhyana Shloka for Devi. Dhyaye devim trinetram shashibhavardhanam vedahastam dhadhanam savye padmam varadamappare shavayam chakshamalam divyerbhav bare nirvibhushitatanum brahma divihi ujitam devimeva manonmanim pratidhinam kamartha datrim shubham. The next slide, please. The meaning of this is, I meditate on Devi with 3 eyes glowing like a moon and holding the Vedas, lotus and gracing with blessing and gracing hands. She is wearing beautiful ornaments and she is worshipped by Brahma and other many gods and showers auspicious boons for all actions every day. The next slide, please. Now, let us understand the significance of the divine element of gold. This reference is from the Atharva Veda, one of the 4 Vedas of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. The translation goes, triply born by birth is this gold. From the atoms of Agni is one, it becomes dearest to Agni. One fell away from Soma when it was hurt. One called the seed a virtuous and powerful Apaha, the water molecules. Let that triple gold be for your long life. Now understand that gold is a divine element. It purifies anything it touches. It is an element of spiritual significance and great spiritual power of healing and enlightening. And the vibrations of gold has the power to infuse sattva energy and positive thought currents in anyone who wears and anyone who sees or operates in its vicinity. And further, gold is present in all of the scriptures of the Agamas, Vedas, Shrutis, Smritis, the Itihasas, and the Puranas. In all the Hindu scriptures, it is abundant that gold is the most auspicious and purest metal which purifies the being. In the Hindu civilization, everything was built in gold, and rituals, feasts were offered in gold bricks. When one is to be saved from life-threatening illnesses, gold was the offering to as a ritual fee. And gold is in abundance and used for weighing equivalent amounts of commodities, including cows. Kingdoms were built with huge doors of gold, and the streets would have huge columns and huge archways made of gold. And even the horses and the cows were all dressed in gold. The Hindu civilization thrived on the banks of the rivers of gold. It was called the Hiranyamaya, the river of gold, in the Rig Veda. The river Saraswati was called the Hiranyavartani in the Atharva Veda. Gold is the supreme element for offering gifts to ones you love and revere. And temples are constructed and paved in gold. Deities are made in gold and decked and adorned in gold because it preserves the enlightenment energy for thousands of years, and it actually lasts forever. Now, let us understand the first offering for today, for the e-hundi offering that we can make to Devi Parashakti. So, I'll now chant the pramana. Bhakti Priya Bhakti Gamya Bhakti Vashya Bhayapaha Shambhavi Sharadai Sharadaradhya Sharvani Sharmadayini Devi is fond of true devotion and is realized through true devotion. She can be won over through true devotion and she removes all fear. The next slide, please. If there is any fear in the minds of the devotee, Devi is sure to remove that fear. It is stated that Devi likes to be worshipped in autumn, and here it is meant that it is the autumn of our life, when thoughts turn more and more inward, and the role of the divine is known and understood clearly. The need for Devi worship becomes stronger. Shambhavi in this verse is the consort of Shambhu, the Lord Shiva. Sharadharadhaya means the worshipped by Sharadha. Sharadha means Saraswati, and Sharvani means the wife of Lord Shiva, where the Linga Purana, it says that Lord Shiva is called Sharva in his earth form, and Sharmadhayini means Devi who bestows happiness on devotees. You can offer the Uihundi offering, to offer your gratitude and devotion to Devi Parashakti by offering your Kanika and your name. It shall be chanted during puja to Devi. And now also we have the Sankalpa chanting, which is at $1 USD. Now anyone who wants to offer the e-hundi offering or the Sankalpa offering can go to tiny.cc/Devi offerings and you'll be able to make your payments. Or if you want to, you can learn more about these offerings. So let's now observe the Pramana for the Sankalpa. Can we go to the previous slide, please? Yes. In this, the English translation goes, the goddess enchants the universe and she herself gives birth to this universe. That goddess, being prayed without interest in anything, gives that knowledge that leads to the salvation and gives wealth in the materialistic sense. This is from the Devi Mahatmya from chapter 12, verse 34. And you can offer the Sankalpa, the conscious resolution, which blesses the person with offering of all fruition and all of the desires and wishes he is yearning for. The next slide, please. Yes, so now we'll be understanding the Sahasranama Kasu. In the Lalita Sahasranama, in verse 731, Lalita is described as Nama Parayana Prita, which means she who loves the repetition of her name, of her various names. And this is the offering of 1008 names of Devi Parashakti. It's a very special and a unique archana offered to Mahameru of Devi Parashakti. And you can offer a gold coin inscribed with 100 or 1008 names of Devi Parashakti and receive the blessings to have the Ananta Kalyana Guna, all the divine qualities of Devi Parashakti. Once again, this offering is for 75 USD and you can find it at, you can make your offering at tiny.cc/Devi offering. Yes. Now I'll be chanting the Pramana for the next offering, the Mukta Anguti. Muktaharanala Satkar Kirita Ruchiram Purnendu Vaktram Prabham Chinjapura Kinkini Manidaram Padma Prabhava Suram Sarva Veda Palapradam Girisutam Vani Rama Sevitam Meenakshi Pranatosmi Santatamaham Karunyavaram Nidhim. I bow down to the goddess Meenakshi, whose crown and garlands of pearls and the face shining like the full moon. She wears the anklets that are studded with the gemstones and has small bells, who is shining like splendor of lotus, who grants all the wishes, the daughter of the mountain, who is worshipped by goddess Vani and Rama. I remain ever bowing to the goddess Meenakshi, the ocean of compassion. So you can offer the pearl finger, the pearl ring, and receive the blessings to be showered by the compassion and the pure love of Devi Parashakti in all your business endeavors. The next slide, please. And now we'll understand the offering to Devi Parashakti of this Swarna Padma Pushpam, which is 600 USD. Now there are hundreds of scriptural references for using the lotus in the worship of Parashakti. Almost everything in the worship of the ultimate involves the consecration of deities, of the worship of meditating on, or the mudras and asanas used during the worship, which involves the lotus flower, the lotus petals, the pericarp, and the lotus leaf. And the lotus is considered a divine flower. Shakti is Paramashiva and is also considered a lotus and called a lotus. The base of the Paramashiva linga is also a lotus. The disciple of Paramashiva is considered as a lotus who is about to bloom. So you can offer the gold lotus in any size you wish and be blessed to have the state, space, and powers and being of Devi in your inner space amidst every adversity of your life. Yes, we go to the next previous slide, sorry. Yes. So now we'll understand the pramana for the Swarna Metti, which is the gold toe ring offering to Devi Parashakti. And the pramana is Nakadidita Samchana Namajana Tamo Gunam Padhadvaya Prabhajala Parakarta Taroruham. You whose brightness from toenails destroy the darkness of ignorance, from the minds of your devotees who prostrate at your feet. You whose brightness from your 2 feet overpowers that of the lotus flower. The next slide, please. Yes, and Swarna Metti, which you can offer for 750 USD, the offering of the golden toe ring to Devi Parashakti, adorning her sacred feet, to be in constant gratitude, receiving her blessings in the life, to face the most difficult aspects of our life. The next slide, please. Now, the Swarna Mangtika is referenced in the Lalita Sahasranamam, where the Devi Parashakti is described as Shuddha Sarabhi Varshani, meaning she who makes the nectar flow from all of our nerves from the Sahasrara, she who gives a very pleasant experience of the ultimate. And the Mangtika represents the nectar flowing from the Sahasrara chakra, which is fully open. The next slide, please. And we also have the offering of the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. We'll now chant that the English translation of the pramana. The illuminating splendor of Devi's toenails dispel the darkness of ignorance in the devotees prostrating at her feet. Her feet defeat the lotus in beauty. This is Shloka 83 of the Saundarya Lahari, which states that the nails that have been sharpened by constantly being touched by the crowns of celestial beings who always prostrate before Devi. Tamogana is actually darkness. And in this stotram, what is really the meaning, the significance is that anyone who prostrates before Devi and constantly prostrates before Devi, all their ignorance is removed and they attain the supreme knowledge. So the offering of the Pratyaksha Pada Puja blesses the Yajaman with the auspicious and auspiciousness and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And this offering you can do for 1008 USD. Yes, so now we have a table for you to see all of the summary of the offerings to Devi Parashakti, which you can do. We have the E-Hundi offering, the Sankalpa chanting, the Devi Sahasranama Kasu, the Mukta Ankuti, the Swarna Padma Pushpa, the Swarna Meti, the Swarna Mangtika, and the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, and the Vastra Seva. The next slide, please. Now let's go over the details of how you can make these offerings. So first of all, if you go to the links provided to tiny.cc/Devi offerings, you can do this if you are in two categories. One is if you're ready to offer today, or if you want to make an intention to offer any of these specific sevas. So even if you are interested in offering, or you need help in manifesting to make this offering, or you just want more details, please go to the registration form at tiny.cc/BHAVASAMADHI, and you can proceed for your online payment. If you are ready to make the seva by online payment, you can go to tiny.cc/Devi offerings. And then after the payment, make sure that you are submitting the details for the puja at tiny.cc/Sankalpa 2021. The next slide, please. Okay, so this comes to a conclusion of the segment where we'll be able to get all of the offerings and understand all of the offerings for the Devi Parashakti Akashic reading, and how we can deepen our relationship with Parashakti. So now we will move on to the next segments in today's program, and be right back with you after a very quick break.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. Just don't die within next 3 years. Be alive, somehow be alive. I'm working sincerely. I will reach you somehow. Somehow I will reach you. It's my commitment to humanity. Just don't die within next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. You manifesting the space, state, powers, being Paramashivoham. It is possible, and it is possible for you. Paramashiva will reach you with enlightenment signs. I know he is going to do the job. Just be alive for next 3 years. Nothing else. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity, withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam. Welcome back, dear viewers. So we would now like to take you through a walkthrough of how you can make the offerings to Devi Parashakti. Devi Parashakti BHAVASAMADHI Darshan offerings. So if you go to tiny.cc/Devi-offerings, this is the web page that you will be seeing. The web page is now projected on the screen, which is tiny.cc/Devi-offerings. So now if you scroll down here, you will see the list of sevas. So here you can see all the different sevas that we can offer to Devi Parashakti, the gold coin, the toe ring, the metti, the golden lotus. You can see all of that. So in that, you can choose whatever offering that you would like. For example, let's say you want to choose Swarna metti. Okay, so Swarna metti is $750. So you go down, you click on add to cart. Now, when you click on add to cart, it takes you to the next page where you can see the details of the items that you have chosen. And if you want to add multiple items, so you just basically, you go back and then you choose the Sankalpa offering. So if, let's say, I also want to add a Sankalpa offering for, let's say you want to add it for your family members. Okay, so you add the Sankalpa offering and then you choose in the quantity you can choose. Let's say if you want to add it to 5 of your family members, choose 5 and click on add to cart. Now, as you click on add to cart, it takes you to the next page and then you can see the Swarna metti offering and the Sankalpa offering. Scroll down and you click on proceed to checkout. Now, as you click on proceed to checkout, it takes you to the next page where you can enter your billing details, you can enter your credit card details, and you can enter the basically your address and your credit card details. And then you come down, you click on I have read and agree to the website terms and conditions. And on the right side, you click on place order. Okay, so you click on place order, it goes ahead and that's the, you can go ahead and make the offering. Now, this is the first step of making an offering. Now, the second step of making an offering. So the first step is you go to tiny.cc/Devi-offerings. Then the second step that you have for making an offering is you go to tiny.cc/Sankalpa 2021. Now, what is this form? This is a second step of the offering process where you give the names of your family members whom you want to be added in the Sankalpa mantra. So you go to tiny.cc/Sankalpa 2021 and then you come here and you click on next. Now, when you click on next here, it takes you to the page where you have some disclaimers. You go ahead and accept them. You enter your payment details, other details. And then you come down and then the bottom you choose Devi Parashakti Akashic reading because this is an offering that you're doing towards Devi Parashakti Akashic reading. You come down and you click next. Now in the next page, you go ahead and you enter your details. You go ahead and enter your what is the offering that you're choosing to offer? What is the offering that you're paid for? You choose that and then you also enter the names of your family members whom you want to be benefited by making this offering. So you click on next and go ahead and fill the form. Then the last way, one of the other ways you can make your offering, or you want to do the Guru Dakshina, or you want to make the E-Hundi offering, where you are making this offering out of your gratitude to Devi Parashakti, out of your gratitude to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So you go ahead and go to YouTube Live. Now in the YouTube Live, on the right side of the YouTube Live screen, you will actually see a live chat option. Okay, now in the live chat option that you're seeing below the live chat, you will see two emojis, which is basically two symbols. One is an emoji, and then the other one will be a dollar symbol. Okay, now in that emoji and then the dollar symbol, when you click on that dollar symbol, it will give you 3 options. And now those 3 options, let's just take a moment. I request the interview operator to please go ahead and show the fallback as we go ahead and fix the screen. There's some small technical glitch. So you please go ahead and we'll be right back. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
Apologizing for the technical glitch. Okay, so now here we have projected the live YouTube live screen, and on the right side you see the live chat option, and below the live chat you will see two symbols. One is an emoji symbol and one is a dollar symbol. Okay, now for you to click the emoji and the dollars. So when you click on the dollar symbol, it opens up three options: join the channel, and super chat, and super sticker. So the first option is join. Now, when you click on join, it gives you the option for you to join the channel. There are various different membership options that are available. And for example, you can choose to be a bronze, silver, gold, platinum, or a premium member of the channel. So you can click on join on the right side. There is a join button. So let's say I'm going to become a premium member. I want all the privileges of being a member of Swamiji's official YouTube channel. So you can choose whichever options you want. And only members of the channel will be able to ask questions in the YouTube live. If you're not a member of your channel, you may not be able to ask questions. Only members will be able to ask questions. So you click here, you go ahead and click join. And when you click join, it opens a pop-up where it allows you to enter your credit card, debit card, your PayPal, your so many other details. So you go ahead and enter those. So you can add your PayPal to Google, or you can enter your credit or debit card, and you can go ahead and make the purchase and become a member of the channel. The next option that we have is that of the super chat. Now, when you click on the super chat, it gives you an option to enter the amount. So you go ahead and enter the amount and you click on buy and send. Now, on the top, you can enter any message that you want to put along with your offering. So you can put a message there, and any amount you can offer, even $1. You can make an offering, or you can make $5, $10. I'm just going to go with $5, and I click on buy and send. See, this is basically an offering of gratitude, right? Every time you come for a darshan, always have the habit of putting something, right? It can just be even $1 that you put. So, 100 darshans that you do, you will pay $100. Very minimal it can be, but always have a habit of doing. Don't come for one darshan and put $100. No, come for every darshan and put something. That is much more than spiritually, because every time you make an offering, you remember that space of gratitude and you're offering it to Devi, offering it to the Supreme Pontiff. So more times you offer, the more times you remember. It can be the same amount. Instead of offering $10 one day, you can offer $1 10 days. That's fine. But every time make it a habit to make the offering. So here you come and you choose, you can add your credit card or a debit card, or you can add your PayPal details, and you can go ahead and make your e-hundi offering. The next offering that we have is that of the super sticker. So when you click on the dollar symbol, the third option that you have is that of a super sticker. Now, what is a super sticker option? If you're somebody who really likes emoticons or animated GIFs, then super sticker is the one for you. So where you can, along with your offering, you can also offer like one of the animated emoticons will also come along with your offering. So you can choose what you want, and you can basically go ahead and make the offering. Each offering that you choose has a specific cost value to it. So you can choose what you have and which one you like to offer. You can click on buy and send. Now, let's say send for $20. It again opens a pop-up. You can enter your credit debit card, or you can enter your PayPal details. And with that, we are able to make the offering. So these are the different ways you can make your offering to Devi Parashakti. You can offer your gratitude to her and experience a deep feeling connection with Devi Parashakti. So with that, we have come to the conclusion of this session. We will now be entering into the next segment, where we share with you about the multi-layer quarantine facility that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is making available in Adi Kailasa Sarvengapita in Bengaluru, Adinam, after a short break.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting. The cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities, in Nijavatara, living incarnations is fasting. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities, and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the BHAVASAMADHI Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
BHAVASAMADHI Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you, and make you interested in enlightenment time. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are. Because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. Kailasa is the totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed. So this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home, without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost. What I mean by the word Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is Kailasa. I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model community. Kailasa, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Peethas all over the world. All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live, power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. It's a fundamental truth. Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystem. I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you. We will make the whole planet flourish spiritually. The spiritual prosperity will happen to the whole planet. We all have to coexist together. We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become Kailasian. I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that. Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. Kailasa Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity, withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you and make you interested in enlightenment time. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings.
Yes, Nithyananda. The next, we have Kailasa's de facto spiritual embassies as COVID care protection centers. Now let's look at the stats today. The Human Rights Watch reported that more than 1.5 billion students are out of school already, and more than 91% of world students are out of school due to school closures in at least 188 countries. 36.5% of US college students pointed to stress as the biggest reason why their academic performance suffered negatively for the past 12 months. In addition, 29.5% listed anxiety as a factor. For American middle schoolers, 61% of teens admitted that feeling a lot of pressure to get good grades. Approximately 1.27 billion learners are currently affected due to school closures in response to pandemic. According to UNICEF monitoring, 46 countries are currently implementing nationwide closures and 27 are implementing local closures. This is impacting about 72% of world's student population. In a survey by the mental health charity Young Minds, which included 2,111 participants up to the age of 25 years with a mental illness history in the UK, 83% said that the pandemic had made their conditions worse. 26% said that they were unable to access the mental health support. Peer support groups and face-to-face services have been cancelled. And support by phone or online can be challenging for some young people. The COVID-19 pandemic has disrupted or halted the critical mental health services in 93% of countries worldwide, while the demand for mental health is increasing according to a new World Health Organization survey. Recently, a study also found that 18% of individuals, including people with and without a past psychiatric diagnosis, who received a COVID-19 diagnosis, were later diagnosed with a mental health disorder such as anxiety or mood disorders. Surveys also found that the substance used and suicidal ideation are particularly pronounced for young adults, with 25% reporting they started or increased the substance during pandemic and 26% reporting serious thoughts of suicide compared to 11% of the adults. Every year, over 1.2 billion students drop out of high school in the United States alone. That's a student every 26 seconds, 7,000 a day. About 25% of high school freshmen fail to graduate from high school on time. Now, this is what we have seen from the world today. What is the status of education? How many schools are being closed and how it has impacted the young generation, especially how they are prone to substance use because of the pandemic. And now let us see the contributions from Kailasa's Department of Education in terms of Gurukul. Now, here is an opportunity for you to register yourself in the COVID Care Protection Center, kailasa.org/Kailasa Care, for you to be part of this amazing opportunity. Kailasa's education. The whole Gurukul, real Gurukul education, the Hindu atmosphere that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had in 1970s in Tirunelveli is what he's trying to reproduce all over the world to Nithyananda Gurukul and online Gurukul. Gurukul is a place where the celebration begins with right words in the blossoming minds, creating a gateway of possibilities, creating an enlightened civilization with young body and Vedic mind. The Nithyananda Gurukul is a mystical Vedic school established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Here, students live their highest potential and manifest various spiritual powers. The Gurukul functions according to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's vision that education is for all, but life itself is not for education. The Gurukul brings to the world the right kind of education that empowers you. The current system of education established by the Meghalaya and Max Muller in India is non-involving narrative style of teaching. The Indian education system was not continuously giving the words, ideas, theories, concepts of theology, but it is about awakening you to the right context, which is enlightenment. The Indian education system, the Gurukul, is more of a transmission of the knowledge rather than mere transfer of knowledge. Whether others educate you or you educate yourself, if it is based on the weakest link, it is called generalization, dilution to generalization. Whether others educate you or you educate yourself, if you plan everything based on the best of you, it is called specialization. The Gurukul aim is for specialization and not for generalization. It is for specialization and not for generalization. Now, let us watch this video where Swamiji is talking about the Indian Gurukul, the future of education.
Now it is time, as per the astrology, no theory rule any human society which is imposed on that society more than 60 years. Now 60 years is over.
for the non-involvement narrative education system. I am telling you, future is Gurukul system. The future of education is where the teachers and students lived in one place. If needed, let the parents also stay there. But because basically kids do what you do, they won't do what you say. What you say. Most of the time they don't care for what you say. The future